saying goodbye has never been something that's been easy for me. Much like Lisa, I grew up moving a lot. I grew up in a military environment. My dad was a teacher for the government, so I kind of grew up all over the world. And I learned very quickly that in a military environment, pretty much every 2 years, you're on the go. You're saying goodbye to somebody, you're moving. It's just constantly a cycle. I felt like my whole life, everybody was just always leaving. And I learned very early on what saying goodbye really meant. And sometimes this was a great thing when somebody got on my nerves or I didn't like them. I knew in a couple months or a year or so they would probably be out of my life and I wouldn't have to deal with them anymore. So that was a very positive part of it. But one of the very first relationships I ever had was with a girl named Crystal, and we were just the best of buddies. We got along so well. We really got each other, and it was just a great friendship. And about a year and a half into our relationship, she came to me one day and told me that they had been relocated and they were moving to another country. And so I began to really understand that I probably would never see her again. And we promised each other that we would write letters and we were going to keep in touch and all that stuff. And we did for a while, but this was way before Facebook and email and Twitter and all this social connections that we have now. Is way before then. So things just kind of happened, and we moved and they moved again, and we just lost contact with each other. And that relationship really put a wall around my heart because I think I felt like it was too hard to say goodbye to someone that I loved and cared for that much. So why would I ever want to get that close to somebody again? And I got to be honest with you. As an adult woman today, this is something I struggle with. When relationships get hard, or somebody gets on my nerves, or we just disagree about something major, a falling out happens, it's really hard for me to want to repair that relationship. It's really hard for me to want to work through that, I guess because I just got so used to just tossing it aside and moving on to the next relationship. And it's just very much an honest struggle that I face even today. And I know that's not how God wants us to be in our relationships, because I love how Lisa pulled in our personal relationships with Christ, and we should always model our lives after what He does with us. And I don't know about you, but I am so thankful that even 20-something years ago, when I had to say goodbye to my very first best friend, that Jesus was by my side then. And even now, today, when I go through hardships and difficult times and tragedies in my own life, He's still right there beside me. And He's never left me, and He promises me that He'll never leave me nor forsake me. And that's a beautiful promise of God. And so I loved her ending of the devotion this week, that goodbyes with Him, it's not even a word we ever have to say. And it's a great thing to think about how one day when we all get to heaven as believers, we'll all be reunited, if we're not reunited on Facebook first. We'll all get to see each other in heaven and hang out with each other for eternity. And that's going to be an awesome thing, and the word goodbye will never be said there either. So thanks for hanging out with me for a few minutes today, and I hope you'll leave your thoughts in the comments under this video. Let me know if you struggle with saying goodbye. Did your childhood have anything to do with it? Growing up, it really shapes us into the people that we are today. So I'll be interested to hear from you this week. Feel free to leave a comment, and come back Monday for another devotion, and come back next Thursday for another video blog. I'll see you later.